Good evening. We've got Chris Coleman, who can do about 10-15 minutes. Who wants to go first? Thanks.
A pretty painful kick in the what's it's for you.
Yeah, I think that's football, isn't it? You know, we're an inch away from going 2-0 up, and then the game's finished. We've got the 3 points. Must be seconds later, the ball's in the back of our net. You know, we hit the post and it pops out. They hit the post and it goes in. It's like that sometimes, unfortunately. And yes, you know, it'd been a great point had we beaten Georgia. We should have taken care of business there. But I thought, you know, we were back, more or less back at it tonight in the performance. We had that edge back in our game. Of course, when you're up against a team like Serbia, you have to have an edge. You have to be at your best because they're good. But no complaints from our players. I thought they gave everything they had. Deserve more, deserve better. I think apart from the goal in the second half, I can't remember Wayne Hennessy having anything to do really. A couple of crosses. So yeah, to give up 2 points so late on was a bitter pill to swallow.
Chris, how does this measure against the same opponents after what's happened in the weekend?
Yeah, I think, yeah. I mean, listen, we're a different team. They're a different team. If you're talking about the heavy defeats in the first campaign, you know, you never forget things like that. But, you know, I had nothing to do with tonight. We can't really change what's happened, you know, 3 or 4 years ago. We can only affect what's happening now. And we went about our business. There was no mention of the previous games where we lost heavily. There was no mention to the players. We focused on ourselves, our game plan, trying to stop them and nullify their strengths, which I thought we did. So no, I just think we're a different team to them. The players are more mature, more together. So yeah, I don't think we can compare really.
As you look at the state of the group now, Chris, because we're all looking at saying if you do this, if you do that, you said beforehand that, you know, teams are going to take points off each other surprise ones. That's not you, it's not changed.
No, well, I think Ireland have set the tempo now. I think coming into this game, looking at all the teams coming into this game, the team we played tonight have been the form team. I think offensively they're very aggressive. They make a lot of chances. They create a lot of chances. They didn't tonight, and that's, you know, it's a pat on the back to our lads. But in the games they've played, they've scored a lot of goals, made a lot of chances. But Ireland, great win for Ireland, and they're there on merit, so they've set the tempo. But I do think there'll be twists and turns. You know, in the next 6 games, we're home and away to Ireland. That's a good thing for us because we can affect our own destiny, really. You know, and yeah, a lot of points to play for. But I think, you know, going to Ireland, you know, people were saying to me tonight that this is a must-win game. Of course, we want to win it, but what I'm saying is, if we didn't win it, it was the end of us. It's not. You know, we've got to go to Ireland next. Then we play these again. No, they're tough games, but they're against the games we've got are against the teams we're fighting for those top spots, you know. So it's not a bad thing.
Are you concerned, though, really, that when you look at the last 3, because it's another draw, that you certainly just can't see games out?
Well, no, I think we've got to give the opposition some credit, and you can't. I think tonight, you'd be a silly man to criticise our lads tonight on the back of we should have gone 2-0 up. Great play. We hit the posts. The ball pops either side of 2 of our players. They go up the other end, head it against the post, and it goes in. That's football. You can't measure that. That's how it works. And I think we're on dangerous ground if we're looking at our players in a negative fashion and say, you know, this, that, or the other. It's a tough game tonight against a very good team who we nullified for large periods. And we should have seen it out 2-0 on another day, but that's it. There's 6 games left. I think, yeah, one win and 3 draws. 2 of those draws was away to Austria, home to Serbia. The disappointment was the second 45 minutes against Georgia. So we need to put everything into context, not panic. Long way to go, and we know what we're capable of at the end of the day.
And the fact that there's quite a gap now before you go to Dublin,
Yeah, good point. I think maybe a little bit of a breather, because we came back from France from one, we were fighting one fight, another fight we're fighting now is a different one again. We're climbing again. We're trying to achieve something. We're trying to get to another tournament. So maybe the next 2 or 3 months. Certainly as well, if you look at, we've got Rambo back tonight, who hasn't been 100%. He's not played a lot for Arsenal. He's come back after a 6 or 7 weeks injury spell, being out. He only trained once with us this week because of a virus. He's a massive player for us, and I think once we get to February, March, if our boys are fit and we're at our best and our strongest, then of course we can go to the Republic of Ireland. We know it's going to be a tough game, but we're well capable of going there and getting a result. We know that. We've proved that in the past.
Christian, it's a changing system seems to work quite well. Do you think that gives you an option going forward?
I think I just felt we needed to spike it a little bit and not shake the players, but we've been playing the same way really for 2 or 3 years, and it's been successful to the point where a team like Serbia have looked at us and they play the same way, and it's credit to them, each to his own. The beauty about playing Serbia tonight was we kind of know the weaknesses in that formation and what we've come up against in the past, so we just tried to reverse that on them. And the players, they, everything I asked of them, tactically, they did it. I wasn't so worried about the wing backs. I was more worried about the 2 10s and the 2 holders. That's where their strength is. Obviously, the striker is a handful. So we tried to nullify all that. I thought we did it for long periods. And it's good, because now there's another formation if we need to fall back in it. I'm not saying we go to Ireland and play the same way. Ireland are set up differently. But it's another learning curve as well for these our Welsh players that are a great age. They're going to be here another 10 years. I won't be. They will be. So this is all a great experience for them as well, along the way. And the question earlier, from the last 3 or 4 years, you look at the team we had then to the team we got now, you can't compare. And that's just experience. Experiences, playing top level games, hard games, nights tonight, disappointments tonight, like that, and you get stronger and harder for it. And as opposed to seeing games out, sometimes you have a period where you don't, but you have to learn from it. And you get better through that, and I'm sure our boys will, for sure.
And some of the players now will be devastated over the late nature of the result, but does a match in Ireland against the leaders give you that impetus that they'll be right up?
Yeah, great game. It's probably the best game. We couldn't have probably chose a better game. We know it's going to be one of the hardest games, and that's what we need. We're going to go into a fantastic atmosphere in the Aviva Stadium. And Ireland are playing on the front foot, playing with confidence. They deserve to be top. But it's the best game. We couldn't have picked a better one. It's going to be a fantastic test, challenge for us. And we look forward to that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.